The last korowai I made was for my second mokopuna, Henetari. And for her older sister, I had given her a korowai for her first birthday. And around about the beginning of October, I thought, it's this mokopuna's birthday in a month's time and I haven't woven her a korowai like I did for her older sister. So I decided to. And I really put my blinkers on and I set myself a goal of starting and completing this korowai in time for her first birthday. And I did. And it felt good. I have the absolute passion and the absolute, it's this real, it's like a bubbling inside me. And I just have to get that out. And I get that out through weaving Kākahu. It's an overwhelming sense of accomplishment. It's an overwhelming sense of pride and I always feel quite emotional knowing that this cloak that I made is going to outlive me. It's going to outlive my children and perhaps even my grandchildren. It's going to be here long after I've gone. That's quite a big thing, to leave such a legacy and to leave a taonga that every time it is worn, it takes on the mana of the occasion at which it's worn. It takes on the mana of the person wearing it. It appreciates. It doesn't depreciate like a car does as soon as you leave the car yard. A kākahu is different in that the older it gets, the more value it has. That's quite an amazing thing to know that I am creating such things. Well, you need the skills. You need the knowledge of how to put this korowai together, and you need time, lots of time, and you need the materials, and that's all you need. No, that's not all you need. You need the absolute want, the passion to enable yourself to sit at this piece of weaving for hours on end and just do the same monotonous weaving technique and still be happy. The challenges in this day, finding time is a big thing. But there's usually about 90 to 100 rows in a normal size or normal to large size cloak. And if you learn how to do the Whatu technique properly, which is what I teach, you can do one row in an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So if you set aside 2 hours a day, you can have that cloak done in 3 to 4 months. It's doable. 2 hours a day. Sit in front of the TV and watch the news. Put Netflix on, do a couple of rows. I feel it's very therapeutic. I think I'm quite a calm, peaceful person, and I have 5 children, so you think I'd be a bit of a wreck, but I think it's my weaving, the weaving, that grounds me and centres me and just keeps me calm. I believe that. It's very therapeutic, very calm. I've spoken a little bit about the benefit. You're creating this taonga that is going to be here potentially for centuries. That's a big thing for someone to do that, to leave for their descendants. I always feel a sense of doing good for the world, knowing that I am the only energy that I am using to create this cloak is my own energy, from the cutting of the flax to the preparation of the materials to the actual weaving. No machinery is used. The only energy that is used is mine, I'm very green. It's a very earth-friendly thing to do. I feel proud about that, especially with the world the way it is right now. Kākahu is the umbrella term for garments or cloaks, and under this umbrella term of Kākahu come different garments that are named according to their use, according to what they're made from. And so hair care, for example, comes under the umbrella term of Kākahu. But a hair care is one term for a rain cape. Korowai comes under the term of Kākahu. And a korowai is a cloak that has the main body of it covered in huka, which are the tassels. If it doesn't have tassels, it's not a korowai. Oh, it's a wonderful response, especially when you are gifting them or they are going to someone who understands the amount of work that has gone into this piece. There's a lot of gratitude and sometimes tears of joy. Tears of joy are good things. Because I will teach them. And with my videos, I no longer teach face-to-face classes because I have found that online learning is so much better. You can rewind me. You can listen to me at any time of the day or night. I don't have to be in the classroom with you. That's a good thing. So when I make my videos, knowing that this is going to be the last lesson I ever teach in this technique or in this, whatever it is, I make it the best lesson I possibly can because it's the last time I'm ever going to teach it. And I see every day the work of our students, the students of the Hetet School of Māori Art. You know, I see it every day in what they are achieving, what they are weaving on their own, and I'm amazed. I'm so proud of them and what they're doing. You know, korowai can be used at so many different occasions. Quite often I get phone calls around the time of graduations to ask if a cloak can be borrowed. Our people look so proud wearing korowai to things like graduations or weddings or those sorts of ceremonies. And to wear something that a family member, a loved one, has woven with all of their heart makes that piece even more special. I encourage people to set aside the months needed to learn so that they can give this to their whānau, their family, their loved ones. It's a real gift. Kia ora.